There we go. Alright, let's get back to it. Oh, wait. Yeah. Man, I'm tired. Welcome in, Dragon. Hope you enjoy the stream. First, no kidding. Beat everybody today. Okay. There's no point in, what's the word, dawdling? Stalling? Something to that degree. We need to get through this area. Because personally, I hate this area with a passion. Anyways, let's get to it. Let's go. Damn. It's like nothing's happened, I'm already dying. Been playing with Sora AI for a bit. Well, I hope you're making it worse. Also not SCP? No, not today. I would've if I wasn't tired, I'll be so honest. Plus, like, I really want to get out of this area. Dang. Yeah, sorry. Besides, unfortunately for me, and I guess you guys, well, it didn't seem like that many people even showed up that day. No one really liked the reading. How do I heal? How do I do things? Right. Oh, I remember what happened. I died at the top. I mean, hey, if this game pisses me off enough, I might just go to SCP. Like, honestly, heck it at that point. Odie, the automatic gorilla tag YouTuber named Kicks VR. Cool. Welcome in, Andrew. Also, is there like a big community for gorilla tag? Because, like, I know they're popular on shorts, but I don't think people are, like, just casually making videos or that on it. Though then again, I stick to, like, 3 YouTubers, so... Oh wait, not welcome. Welcome in, Mario. Tell Andrew I say hi. And I wish him luck with his project. Oh, for Christ's sake. Welcome in, Aaron, and welcome in... And welcome in, Aaron, down. Or Andrew, sorry. What, did you mistake me for Paper Mario? I'm sorry, you guys just look so similar. Welcome in, Nethermaster. Gorilla Tag is dying, so the player count dropped. Oof. I'm sorry to hear. Last I checked, you guys seemed to enjoy that game. Was listening to Spotify. So we're just chilling, waiting for it to start. Well, since there's actual people now, uh, Dragon brought up the idea of Storytime Saturday or whatever. Did you guys actually want me to do that? Because I could switch to it if you wanted me to. I just figured that there wasn't much demand last time, so I could do it. I could just switch to SCP stuff. Yeah? Okay. Sure. Alright. Let me question life real quick and then I'll switch to it. I'm adding PVZ2 plants to hello. I made 7 plants from PVZ2 so far. I'll only make freebies from the game. Makes sense. Ah, I was gonna try to heal. Damn. Drawing African flags. Alright then. Hope you have fun with that, Aaron. Now that I think about it, I wonder how many there are. I feel like there would be a lot. Because last I checked, Africa is like kinda split up into a lot of groups. You should get a head. I am on a headset, that's the issue. I'm not using what are they called? Like a webcam or that for the mic. I'm using a headset. Damn, is it that bad? How it sounds? It's crazy. I thought it wasn't that bad. Oh, a VR headset. Yeah, once I get the money for such a purchase, I could. Get a headset and be trapped in the amazing digital circus. You know what? I'll do it. I'll get a headset and I'm instantly just gonna do what's it called? The amazing digital circus roleplays. I'll be that channel, damn it. Uh, I know I shouldn't say it because that's probably not gonna happen. But I really hope that Zinth shows up today. That way you guys could thank him properly. Okay, well, nothing here, so yeah, let me just go save if I can figure out how to get back over there. Place ain't that big. Was a boring Saturday till Hatter's stream came up. Well, damn. I'm glad I could make the day so much better for you. More than 56 flags I've drawn so far from the US. I mean, it makes sense, but it's like, damn, that's a lot. You poor soul. I think you're still missing some. I wish you luck. Hopefully you finish that soon, because it's going to be quite a bit. Making a vid on Gorilla Tag, if he gets a VR headset. I mean, we could. I wouldn't mind collabing with some of you guys. However, I'm gonna have to go through the chat, and if you've asked for moderator at least once, then I'm gonna have to question that collab. I'll be honest. It's a sad truth. Okay, let me Let me do things and then I could show you guys the amazing reading I'm gonna be doing. "91 flags. That is impressive. Where do you even go to like find that many flags? I know Google is like, here's everything. Well, take back. Google does have like a lot. Probably get at least 20 views. You know, surprisingly, shorts always, not shorts, collabs always do like really well, and I think it's because the person you're doing it with, you tend to like the chemistry makes it more interesting. It helps. Okay, where is, how do I do things? Storytime Saturday. Melon, where are you? He'll show up eventually, don't worry. Teaching you would be. Dude, we're gonna spend like, let's say I did it live, we would spend like 3 hours just trying to figure out how to do it. Because you'd have to teach me how to even use a VR headset on that. Okay. So, since we're doing SCP, that's what you guys said. Give me a number. It could be one, could be 3 digits, but I need a number so I could actually like have something to show you guys. Unless it looks bad, because then we're just gonna like move on from that. Perfect. Okay. Well, let's check out 69, see if it's any good. Second chance? What the hell? Let's see. 96. If it pulls up, that would be nice. Ooh. We could do 96. I've read that one. I know that one's safe. Oh, wait. Hold on. I just realized I need to put music. Uh, what is a good... Next time making Peapod. Good luck, Andrew. Honestly, I wish you a lot of luck with all that stuff. I know it's difficult doing any of it. Uh, well, I guess let me put the elevator music. I don't have much of a choice here. Hmm.
With Google Play Games.
Oh, not the ad. Damn. I'm trying to read here, and you're not making this easy. Okay. Well, it should be... That should work. Ew. Change my at to Nethermaster. Surprisingly, it does not show it to me, which is kind of weird. Okay, so we'll do 96, and then I'll check out 46, 66 to see if that's one. So who's excited for PvZ? Hello. I think a lot of us are, actually. Because, like, who wouldn't be? Alright. Ham. SCP item number, oh, I guess I read that wrong. Item number SCP-096. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-096 is to be contained in its cell, a 5 by 5 by 5 airtight steel cube at all times. Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory. There are to be absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools of any kind inside SCP-096's cell. Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure SCP-096's presence inside the cell. Any and all photos, video, recordings of SCP-096, the SCP's likeness are strictly forbidden without approval from Dr. and O5 blank. Ender, please. Oh my god. I know you guys aren't seeing it, but like, I think Ender has logged in and out like 5 times from Replanted. It is, oh my god. Jesus, I'm trying to read, man. Description. SCP-096 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height. Subject shows very little muscle mass with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition. Arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body with an approximate length of 1.5 meters each. Skin is mostly devoid of pigmentation with no sign of any body hair. SCP-096's jaw can open up 4 times the norm of an average human. Other facial features remain similar to an average human, with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is not yet known whether SCP-096 is blind or not. It shows no signs of any higher brain functions and is not considered to be sapient. Yeah. SCP-096 is normally extremely docile, while pressure sensors inside its cell indicating it spends most of the day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when someone views SCP-096's face, whether it be directly via video recording or even a photograph, it will enter a stage of considerable emotional distress. SCP-096 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after the first viewing, SCP-096 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will from this point on be referred to as SCP-096-1. I'm tired. Documented speeds have varied from 35 kilometers to blank kilometers per hour, and seems to depend on distance from SCP-096-1. At this point, no material or method can impede SCP-096's progress. The actual position of SCP-096-1 does not seem to affect SCP-096's response. It seems to have an innate sense of SCP-1. This is torture. I don't know how you guys do this. I can barely read it. Jesus. Hey, how's your day going? And not staying for long. Paragraph or story here. Welcome in, Maria. Hope you enjoy the little bit of time you spend here. I'm reading SCP. It's like a scary story type of thing. However, I'm running out of breath. And I'm thirsty. Gotta text my dad, like, could you bring me the soda? Okay, let's see. I'm on a trip. I know you didn't show up to the party today. By the way, everyone says hi, just so you know. Get water. I will later. I don't need it just yet. Hopefully. Okay, where is it? Where was I? Uh, get water. I'll get it later. I don't need it right now. I'll be fine. Okay. Upon arriving at SCP-096-1's location, SCP-096 will proceed to kill and blank. SCP-096-1. 100% of cases have left no traces of SCP-096-1. SCP-096 will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure and becoming docile once again. It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat, blank. Florida. That'd be funny. Due to the possibility of a mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation secrecy and large civil loss of life, retrieval of subject should be considered alpha priority. Dr. Blank has also petitioned for immediate termination of SCP-096. See interview, whatever. Order is waiting, or crossed out. Order is awaiting approval. Termination order has been approved and is to be carried out by Dr. Blank on blank. Have fun. See Incident 096-1-A. Ooh, actually get to see the interview. Oh my god. Why do I do this? Why did I volunteer to do SAP knowing that it's like reading school essays for the funsies? Oh my god. Okay, audio log from interview 096-1. Interviewer Dr. Blank interviewed Captain Blank, former commander of Retrieval Team Zulu 9A. Retrieval Incident 096-1-A. Begin log. Blank blank time research area blank. Captain Blank. It always sucks ass to get initial retrieval duty. You have no idea what the damn thing is capable of besides what jacked up information the field techies can scrape up, and you're lucky if they even tell you the whole story. They told us to bag and tag, didn't tell us jack shit about not looking at the damn thing. Well, damn. Someone asked me to do this, then I said no because I am not a person read about story. I mean, yeah, but like I kind of wanted to read the story. It's just I forget that I'm like kindergarten level reading, trying to pretend like I'm a college student. Damn, it's a miracle that I'm gonna graduate soon. I suppose 3 years of school should be enough? Question mark. Anyways, where was I? Dr. Blank. Could you describe the mission, please? Captain Blank. Yeah, sorry, we had 2 choppers, one with my team and one on backup with Zulu 9B and Dr. Blank. We spotted the target about 2 clicks north of our patrol path. I'm guessing he wasn't facing our direction, else he would have taken us out then and there. Dr. Blank. Oh my god. Heck you. Are you in 12th grade? No, I'm in Kulig. I go to the community college. Isn't that fun? My 3rd year, hopefully I'll be getting my associates this summer. If all goes well. If not, then I don't know. I'll eventually graduate, I suppose. Oh, yeah, it's shocking, right? I'm old as hell. I'm going to design a new profile picture. Bye, I'll be back. Alright then, have fun, Nether Master. Your memory has been wiped. Are you talking about Maria? She doesn't play Plants vs. Zombies to my knowledge. At least I don't think so. I think she's more of an Animal Crossing fan, to be honest. Uh, right. Okay, Dr. Blank. Hold on. Ad, could you like hurry up? Please. Yeah. So that means you did not fail at all? No, it means that I suffered a pre-cal so many times that technically I'm there like a year after I'm supposed to. It's honestly sad that I haven't graduated yet. It's just like, math is hard. I don't know how people do it. At least I'm not going for like, what's it called? Something hard, like, I don't know, electrical engineering? Just going for computer science. What will be your opinions on PVZ? Hello. Oh, Andrew got the lightning redone? That is awesome. Round of applause to him. Andrew is amazing. I can't wait to see Hello when the time comes. Anyways, uh, where am I? Right, I've been like trying to read the same line like 4 times already. Your report says SCP-096 didn't react to the cold. It was negative blank degrees Celsius. Captain Blink. Actually, it was negative blank, and yes, it was butt naked. I didn't so much as shiver. Anyway, we landed, approached the target, and Corporal Blink got ready to bag it. That's when Dr. Blink called. I turned to answer it, and that's what saved me. The target must have turned, and my whole squad saw it. Dr. Blink. That's when SCP-096 entered an agitated emotional state. Captain Blink. Yep. Interviewed. Now pause. Pauses for a second before continuing. Sorry, I got the willies for a second. Dr. Blink. That's alright. Captain Blink. Yeah. Well, I never saw its face. My squad did, and they paid for it up the ass. Dr. Blink. Could you describe it a little more, please? Captain Blink pauses. Yeah. It started screaming at us and crying. Not animal roaring, though. Sounded exactly like a person. Really effing creepy. Pauses again. We started firing when it picked up Corporal Blink and ripped off his leg. God, he was screaming for our help. Anyway, we were blowing chunks out of the target. Round after round, didn't do jack shit. I almost lost it when it started blank him. What the hell? Did I eat him or something? Dr. Blink. That's when you ordered the use of an papers are heard moving AT4 head launcher, RPG? Captain Blink, an anti-tank gun. Started carrying it ever since SCP Blink got loose. I've seen those tear through tanks like tissue paper, did the same thing to the target. Dr. Blink. There was significant damage to SCP-096. Captain Blink. Okay, I take it back. You know what? I tried. I'm just not gonna hear music. It's totally off the mood. Uh, it didn't even effing flinch. It kept tearing apart my squad, but with half of its torso gone. He draws a large half circle across his torso. Dr. Blink. But it was taking damage? Captain Blink. If it wasn't showing it. It must have lost all its organs, all its blood, but it didn't acknowledge any of it. Its bone structure wasn't hurt at all, though. It kept tearing my squad apart. Dr. Blink. So no actual structural damage. How many rounds would you say were fired at SCP-096? Captain Blink. At the least, 1,000. Our door gunner kept his Gao 19 on there for at least 20 seconds. 20 seconds. That's 600.50 caliber rounds pumped into the thing. Might as well been spitting at it. What? At least I'm almost done. Dr. Blank. This is when Zulu 9B arrived? Captain. Yeah, and my squad was gone. Zulu 9B managed to get the bag over its head, and it just sat down. We got it into the chopper and got it here. I don't know how I never saw its face. Maybe God or Buddha or whoever thought I should live. Doctor. We have obtained an artist's depiction of SCP-096's face. Would you like to view it? Captain. Pauses. You know, after hearing the thing's screams and the screams of my men, I don't think I want to put a face to what I heard. No. Just now. Doctor. Alright, I believe we are done here. Thank you, Captain. Chairs are heard moving and footsteps leave the room. Captain Blank is confirmed to have left interview room 22. Doctor, let this be on record that I am formally requesting SCP-096 be terminated as soon as possible. Well, damn. That was freaky. What's with all the blanks? That there's a lot of blanks. I think the whole point is to like keep the doctor and everybody like involved anonymous, because then they have to like go through the other stories to try and keep the doctors and the like going through with it. Like for canon's sake. Ugh. They'd have to go through the other ones to get the doctors' names and the security and everything else. So this is just helpful. Plus, it makes it a bit more spooky not being able to put like a lot of information onto most of the stuff because it's redacted. Plus, it also does like a little bit of world building because this is supposed to be like classified information. At least that's what I'm assuming. Could also be that they just really enjoyed the black bar being there and they were like, you know what, it's perfect. Don't give him a name. The blank is perfect. That would have been nice if there was an actual name there. Oh well. Looks like the captain retired after the interview, so that's interesting. I hope he's enjoying retirement. It was an interesting read, not gonna lie. And I'm so happy there's not a picture. Would have been terrifying to have to worry about him pulling up. Alright, folks. That is one file down. Any requests for the next one by chance? PvZ Hello started being concept by Andrew in 2021. He announced that he'll draw everything in Scratch. Honestly, he made all the art bitmap images. He still made the art in Scratch. He still makes the art in Scratch he already made. Oh, cool. So are you guys like friends or something? Because like it's kind of shocking how much you're able to, I don't know, tell me about this, considering you're not Andrew and working on it to my knowledge. So just curious. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you get to know so much. Is he like redesigning all of the plans, or is it just a couple of the things? Why? I don't know. That's my question. The Yule Man. Okay. Can't be any worse than what we've been going through. No, but we redesigned all the plans in 2023. Oh, so he's just drawing them out at this point. Well, damn. Ugh, I'm tired. Apologies for yawning so much. Like, at this point, I think I'm gonna put you guys to sleep with me. Welcome in, Brixton. Hope you enjoy the stream. Possible photograph of SCP 4666 recovered from a cell phone at the location of Westnetch? Something to that degree. Oh my gosh, it's a figure in the woods. I don't draw zombies. I mean, doing the plants is like enough work in my opinion. There'll be little stands the plants can attack. This is just gonna be like a bunch of armor stands for Minecraft. Okay, how long is this one? How much am I gonna cry by the end of it? I am gonna cry because oh my gosh, this is a lot of reading. Item number SCP-4666. Object Class Keter. You know, suddenly I just realized I don't think I understand the rating system. Is Keter dangerous or is it friendly? What is Euclid? Is that like neutral? Because it didn't like attack at first. Now what's the opposite of Keter? I don't know. I have too many questions. 101 subs lol. Yeah, I'm like actually making progress. Like, damn. I mean, hey, at least I could like start bragging about my channel now. I could actually go to parties and be like, hey, I have a channel. Would recommend you check it out. Because it was kind of awkward doing that and then only being like, that they look at it and it's like I only have 2 subscribers. Like, damn. Now I actually have a channel for them to check out on that. It's perfect. Neither inherently good nor bad in terms of morality or danger, but it is definitely bad for the Foundation's containment effort. Oh, interesting. Let's stop the SCP documents. Sorry, Andrew, you were outvoted a while ago. You don't have a chance. Had her be like, "Oh my God, what's up?" No, I really am like that though. It's exciting for me whenever I get subs. I think I react like that even with like likes and that. Like if I get a comment on a video or a like, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, they like it." It's like I'm a fangirl or something. It's funny, but like it's true. I get excited and happy that you guys like the stuff. What? I'm out of here. I'm never coming back. Bro, it's just some SCP documents. You make it seem like if I'm raiding or something. There'll be no more news on Hello. Don't do this to me, Andrew, please. I was your #1 supporter. I was gonna back you up with $1. How sad. Paper Mark. You're gonna leave and be like, okay, you better stay there and keep them updated. uh, okay, this is awkward because it's quiet. I wish YouTube didn't give me so much issues because there's ads and then there's buffering and then there's just the refusal to even give me like the music I need in the background. It is ridiculous what I gotta put up with. Since Andrew is leaving, all right then. Damn. Uh, what if I started doing ASMR? I'm already quiet as hell as it is. Like that should go well, no? Okay, let's do it. 4666. Let's get to it. Special containment procedures. Web traffic and law enforcement channels worldwide are to be monitored for evidence of SCP-4666 activity, and particularly for cases of stalking or reports of anomalous phenomena. That's funny. Involving families with young children. I'm here playing Minecraft. I can't. Ooh, wait, hold on. I just realized I didn't show the thing. Listen, guys, I can't switch now. It's too late. You guys voted and agreed on this. You wanted me to do this. I was gonna do Hollow Knight, but you guys said you wanted the stories. So you can't complain now, like if you didn't choose this and do this to yourselves. You guys have to just suck it up. I understand it's boring for some of you. And you're free to leave. Like, I'm not forcing you to be here. I appreciate the support if you stay, but like I understand it's kind of boring to just hear reading. But like, you guys also kind of chose this and did this to yourselves. So, I don't know, stop complaining, I guess. Anyways, so I read up to here. Okay. Should a Wheeze Snatch event be suspected to be in progress, the nearest containment task force is to be dispatched to attempt containment of SCP-4666. Standard PDP/8 humanoid first contact protocols apply. Media coverage of family deaths attributed to SCP-4666 is to be suppressed or falsified to make said deaths appear as non-anomalous home invasion murders. Forensic evidence and SCP-4666-A instances collected by non-Foundation agencies are to be confiscated and witnesses amnesticized? Something to that degree? Description. Oh, wait, hold on. This game boring real fast. Then go, Andrew. Go work on your project or something. I don't know what to tell you. You guys wanted this, and now I'm doing it. I'm not gonna change again. Had your chance to try and get me to do something else. Description. SCP-4666 is currently believed to be a single, exceptionally long-lived humanoid entity of unknown origin. Survivors of Wiznatch events typically describe SCP-4666 as a very tall, between 2 meters and 2.3 meters, elderly man of European descent, with an extremely emaciated appearance. The entity always appears naked, even when observed outdoors in freezing weather, though the nature and extent of its anomalous properties remain uncertain. SCP-4666 appears capable of instantaneous... Right? That's how you say that? Instantaneous, yeah. Or near instantaneous travel to any location north of 40 degrees north latitude, and possibly to any location on Earth. Wow, have fun. He teleports. Excuse me. Remember last stream when you asked how often to celebrate sub goals? Well, my first sub goal was 100, my next is 150. I'm almost there, and my next goal is 200. Oh, so I should do it every 50. Okay. I'll do it like every 50 on my way to 1,000. And then once I hit 1,000, I'll do it like every 500 or something. Gotta like have the the total number or whatever. Cause I don't know, doing 50 and like oh my gosh, I got 1,050 subscribers. It's gonna be just a little ridiculous. But I think working my way up seems like the best way to do it. My laptop always wants to be updated. What the hell is even going on? It's just kind of how computers are, dude. Windows or Apple are just like, you know what? You need it. They refuse to just let you be. Wait, where was I? Alright, any location on Earth. SCP-4666 activity occurs exclusively within a period of 12 consecutive nights every year, from the night of December 21st to 22nd to the night of January 1st to the 2nd. This period is known as SCP-4666 active period, or active phase. During this phase, in what are termed Wiznatch events, SCP-4666 will appear as dwellings in one or multiple locations north of 40 N latitude. In all known Wiznatch events, these dwellings have shared the following characteristics: isolated rural location, home to a family with at least one child under the age of 8, and situated in an area with snow cover lasting throughout the duration of the event. Wiznatch events consist of the following general progression. My god, it's a Five Nights at Freddy's thing. Stream Elements wants my money. No, I want the money. Stream Elements is just putting it out in a friendly way for me. Like, damn it, if I could get a candy bar for streaming, I'm gonna do it. Fight against Minecraft, I'm going, but have a good stream and good day. Have a good one, Maria. Thank you for staying as long as you did. My oldest channel isn't even active anymore. The account that hosted it expired after the creator died last year. Has 4,000 subs, the most I have. I recently made an alt on it, but it has no subs. Oof. Well, damn. I hope you eventually get your subs back. Good luck with this thing here. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. Hopefully I can finish reading it. Though, it is kind of crazy. Like, it is a FNAF thing. Nights 1 to 7? Like, damn. Okay. 1 to 7. Children will report seeing SCP-4666 in the vicinity of their family's dwelling. The entity will typically be observed watching the dwelling from a distance, such as from across a nearby field or from the edge of a neighboring forest. In some cases, children will report waking up at night to find SCP-4666, watching them sleep through a window. Nights 8 through 11. Family members, including the parents, will report sounds of footsteps coming from the roof or the attic. An extremely unpleasant odor will also frequently be noticed inside the dwelling. No cause for these phenomena will be found. As a result, parents will often begin to suspect that their family is being stalked or even that their dwelling might be haunted. Night 12. Over the course of the night, one of two scenarios will occur. The first and most common is that SCP-4666 will kill all members of the family, save for one child under the age of 8, whom it will abduct. SCP-4666 will inflict incapacitating injuries to family members while they are sleeping, then herd them into a single room of the dwelling where it will proceed to kill them in view of each other. The method of killing varies with the event and will typically be preceded by some form of torture, which appears to serve a ritualistic purpose. How... Must be torture, damn. Imagine thinking you're being stalked or that, and then they get you. It's kinda sad. Welcome in, King Ender. 101 subscriber special. As if. I'm gonna be doing specials, but I'm not gonna do it for every single one of them. However, the person who gave me the 101 subscriber, I personally thanked them IRL because, well, I saw them IRL, so. And yes, I agree. Stream Elements does need to be fed. Like, honestly, if anyone were to, donate $1, it would probably stop for a while, to be honest. Anyways. In the second scenario, which has occurred in roughly 15% of known Wiznatch events, SCP-4666 will not harm the family. Family members will report hearing footsteps inside, being tortured, inside their dwelling. Family members will report hearing footsteps inside their dwelling during the night. Though no signs of forced entry will be found, in the morning, children will discover parent presence at the foot of their beds. These will consist of toys crudely crafted from the remains of human children. That is terrifying. The criteria, if any, by which SCP-4666 determines the outcome of a Wiznatch event are unknown. Ugh. Discovery. SCP-4666 existence and ongoing activity were first detected in 1974 through the Foundation's newly implemented Anomalous Signature Recognition Program, when several highly similar home invasion incidents resulting in family deaths were found to have occurred throughout the Northern Hemisphere during the night of January 1st to 2nd. Extensive research into civilian and law enforcement archives worldwide eventually uncovered evidence of probable Wiznatch events for nearly every preceding year, going back to the late 18th century. I'm tired. I hate reading, I really do. But I know for a fact that you guys are hating this with me. Especially because I could barely read it. I'm 90% sure this would be like so much more interesting if I could actually read it without issue. Oy. Numerous historical documents were also found which appear to describe SCP-4666 activity occurring prior to this period, in some cases as early as the 2nd century AD in Europe and Russia. I don't think I read this sentence right. And as early as the 1st century BC in Scandinavia. Fingerprints belonging to the same humanoid entity have been discovered by the locations of all Foundation investigated Wiznatch events. These have been matched to a partial fingerprint found preserved in dried blood on a recovered SCP-4666-A instance dating from 1873. The fingerprints present characteristics not known to occur in human beings. Human-like white hairs are also recovered from the locations of several Wiznatch events, though no DNA, human or otherwise, could be extracted from them. This is hard. It's like really hard. Chat, is everyone alive? What are your guys' thoughts on the evil Santa Claus that seems to be haunting this world that we're reading about? Because personally, it's freaking me out just a little bit. Like, damn, now I want to be a good kid. Make sure I get a good present. Don't want them coming after me. Okay, okay. I'm almost done. Just have one more thing. A little freaky. No, for real. I think the scariest part is I could show up basically anywhere as long as you're high enough on the equator. So yeah, this is not a human fingerprint. Well, it is similar, but as it says here, the swirl is only supposed to be one, not two. Which, like, looking at myself, I could kind of tell, but I don't know. Freaky regardless. Anyways, let us continue so I could then pass out. Addendum 466601. On 2/1/2018, several SCP-4666-A instances were discovered at a family's residence in Hoona, Alaska. Following the conclusion of Wiznatch Event 06198, among these instances was SCP-4666-A 0960, which consisted of a crude, life-size doll made from the emaciated body of a female child, to which the following modifications have been made. A dress made from various pieces of dirty, discolored clothing had been sewn around the body, and in several places into the body's skin. The mouth had been sewn shut with thread made from human tendons, and the lips painted red with a solution consisting primarily of human blood. The fingernails of another child had been glued over the body's fingernails with pine resin. These had been painted red with the same human blood-based solution. 3 of the body's fingers were missing. The entire scalp had been removed from the head, and the scalp of another child with long blonde hair sewn onto the head in its place. The hair had been tied into two braids. Both eyes had been removed, and two large round pebbles on which eyes had been crudely painted placed into the empty orbits. Upon examination by the family, the child from whom the doll had been made was found to be still alive, albeit unconscious. Authorities were notified, and the child was airlifted to Bartlett Regional Hospital in Juneau, Alaska. Jesus Christ. This is horrendous. This is horrendous in so many ways. Also, I feel like I'm butchering names, and I do not mean to, which is kind of sad. Where she survived for 18 hours. Two Foundation agents were dispatched and were able to interview the subject. Following the subject's death, her body was confiscated by the agents and all witnesses amnesticized as per standard procedure. DNA testing revealed the subject had been Ekaterina Morozova, age 7, a known abduction victim from SCP-4666, taken from her family's residence in Dubovka, Russia, on 2/1/2016. Autopsy of the subject's body showed she had been severely malnourished during the 2 years following her abduction, which had resulted in considerable stunting. Weight was only 15 kilograms, height was only 90 centimeters. A number of scars and burns were present on her skin, and she had suffered two bone fractures, left tibia and left ulna, that had not been reset and had healed improperly. Hands were heavily calloused. Cause of death was attributed to multiple organ failure resulting from severe sustained malnourishment. Well, damn. That was a hell of a read. That is a horrible way to go. Oh my gosh, that poor child. Welcome back, Aaron. You have a bad timing? Question mark. Jesus Christ. Don't get me wrong, it's a horrendous story, horrendous ending, but like, damn, that's some really good writing. That is crazy. So wait, would this be more like a Krampus type of situation then, rather than Evil Sani? Kind of hard to say because they have white hair, which made me lean more towards like an evil Santa Claus type of situation. However, I'm starting to lean more towards like a Krampus situation where it's like a demon or something. Also, damn, I kind of wish. I know I shouldn't say it like that, but I kind of wish that this was on the opposite side of the world, because, like, if it was like a Mexican area, I would be able to say the name so much easier. Trying to read Russian and, what's it called? Like, Alaska, the way they have stuff up there. I can't read those. It's my own fault, my own issue. It's just like, damn. If it was Spanish, it would be so much easier. Ooh, 682. Hard to destroy reptile? What the hell? Man, these all have like such random names to be so for real. Hard to reach place. Huh. Hey, why is here again? That's the real question. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? Uh, well, it's the first one. Yeah, I know, but it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm kind of curious about this one on the bottom. Also, I like how the only information I have is floorboards as to why it's a hard to reach place. That's a hell of a name to go with to write something. What do you want to be known as? Floorboards. Oh, wait, we read this one. Yeah, we've read this one before. This was it's like the first or second one we read because Melon King wanted me to read this one. So this is the one we started with, if I remember correctly. And do I remember what the story is about? Hell no. My memory ain't good. But I remember this picture right here. I remember it. Is this the one with the water? Which one is this? I don't know. I don't remember which one this is. How about 106? Does anybody else have a suggestion apart from Aaron? I know Aaron ain't the only one here. If not, 8001. The Old Man. Have, have I seen this one? SCP Mid-Emergence? I don't think so. Uh, oh, we've read this one also. Ugh. Ugh. I hate that picture. 5031. Let's see. Lucky number 3. Yet another murder monster. I mean, at least they're being honest. Like, you can't expect it to be something good. Okay. Uh, File under review. This document has been flagged for possible methodological issues. Please be aware that the following information is subject to change and may contain inaccuracies. Oh, damn. Saw my mouse flying. Hold up. Ooh, Jesus. 786. Oh my god. Damn, I might as well start reading like Grim Darks or something at this point, because damn, that's a lot. Okay, well, I'll quick prayer that I'll actually get through it without dying. Then we'll get it right into it. Also, I really do wish that I had water. Starting to kind of regret that I didn't go to get it earlier. Well, no time like the present. Item number SCP-5031, Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-5031 is to be contained in an airtight iron cell in Biosite 59. The structure must be inspected for imperfections on a bi-weekly basis. No other interaction necessary. Description: SCP-5031 is a non-sapient quasi-humanoid creature of unknown origin. When directly observed, SCP-5031 will temporarily cease to exist until the viewer stops observing the space that SCP-5031 formerly occupied. Traces of its existence, examples squish? What? Scratch marks, blood trails, continue to exist when SCP-5031 does not. Video and photography devices do not capture SCP-5031's appearance. However, observing SCP-5031's shadow does not cause uh cessation? Cessation of existence, allowing certain physiological traits to be inferred from its silhouette. Abnormally small head with no discernible neck, elbows branch into 3 sets of lower arms each. Elongated torso, approximately 1.9 meters in length. Pelvis terminates in a crescent-shaped protrusion of osseous tissue with a blade-like lower edge. Levitates above the ground at a fixed height of 0.5 meters. While SCP-5031 has no nutritional needs, it will nevertheless hunt and consume all human or animal it encounters by using its pendulous lower body to down targets. SCP-5031 does not sleep and is incapable of expression or verbal communication. Ugh. Wait, so is it like just like a very deadly shadow or something? I drew 4 far future plans except Blover because I already drew him, and the 4 plans I did were Laserbeam, Citrom, EM Peach, and Infinite. Today is Friday for me. That's Saturday though. I think that's like a. I don't think that's something that could happen. Thought like the whole world was on the same place, and I think it's only like Japan question mark where they're like so far either behind or ahead that they're like a day in the future or whatever. But that's only for like an hour or two, I think. Though I guess I could be wrong. I don't really remember. You know, I heard it somewhere. I'm tired. I'm tired. I hate reading, and I'm stuck reading SCP on a Saturday afternoon. You took my suggestion? Of course I did. What do you take me for, Spamton? Would assume that the mighty, what do I call it? The mighty advertisement guy will know exactly what it is I need to do. Who is this? If I remember correctly, Spamtum is the one who told me I should have like a schedule more or less. Plus, he just kind of shows up randomly. I think he's only been to like 4 or 5 of the streams, to be honest. Also, I'm gonna try to put music again, because like I'm getting tired. I can't drink coffee, so I need something to like keep me awake. Now's your chance to be a big shot. Dude, Spamtum is everything. I've been here since October. Yeah. I don't know why you haven't run into Spamtum. I think he's been around since like August, September. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I remembered correctly. Hell yeah. Okay. Do SCP-101 for the amount of subs you have. You know what? As much as I'm enjoying this, I am gonna check that out. I want to see what SCP-101 has to offer. I want to see what it is. If it's interesting, I'll do it. If I was gonna say if not, I'll just finish the other one. But like the hungry bag. Oh my god. Okay, quick vote. I need at least 2 people to tell me. Do you want 101 or do you want the other one? 5031 is like top 5 SCPs. Which one is 5031? Yet, I don't know. Bag of devouring reference. It's like bag of holding, if anything. You know what? Just to be nice to Spam Tom, because like he's hardly here, I will read 101. SCP-101 as it appeared during initial discovery. What a pretty bag. I'll just put like 40 pins and a couple of, what's it called? Like the stickers and all that, and it'll be good to go, like every other person's bag. It's also a D&D item. Yeah, I'm aware. I play D&D occasionally. Or, I guess that's wrong. I DM occasionally. It's not playing at this point. I have like so much stuff that I do. Speaking of being a DM, I recently... Well, they don't watch my stream anyway, so I can't talk about it. I recently have this party that I'm gonna go through soon. Or this campaign that I made where it's like Clue, and I'm purposefully gonna make one of the players the bad guy, and I'm so excited to see how that plays out. Because I'm like 90% sure that the other ones are gonna trust them a lot. I feel like they're gonna trust each other just a little too much. So I think making one of them a bad guy should be like hella fun, in my opinion. Though, we'll see what actually happens. And I'll let you guys know in the end what happens if I actually go through with the campaign or not. Depends if the people like back out last minute. Okay. Need to focus. Item number SCP-101. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-101 is currently stored in the sub-basement O2 of Site-19 inside of a standard fireproof document lockbox within a reinforced concrete room of standard facility size. Said room has been fitted externally with a standard double-door airlock. Double-door, yeah. And internally fitted with appropriate safety response equipment as well as biological response equipment. Only personnel of level 3 are permitted to enter the SCP-101 holding room. Personnel of level 2 or lower are permitted to interact with SCP-101 only with directives from level 3 or higher personnel, or with standing directives. The airlock for SCP-101 is set to a standard 10-minute cycle, during which standard screening scans for biological or environmental hazards will be made. SCP-101 is under standing directives for use during 0600 and 2000 hours. Outside of the airlock of the holding room for SCP-101, 2 level 2 guards are to be posted at all times with overlapping shifts. That is honestly great. It's like the perfect amount of security for this type of thing. Currently have a shadow people in our midst in our current campaign that we're just kind of ignoring. Well, damn. Just like ignore it, why not? Let's end at SCP-101. I'm gonna have to, probably. It depends if it takes me the full 10 minutes that I have left. 0600, what is this number? I think that's like 6 o'clock in the morning or something. And then 2000 hours or whatever is 8 in the evening? Yeah, because like 12 o'clock or like midnight is 0. And that's 4 hours before 2400. Okay. Description. SCP-101 appears as a satchel or bag of intermediate size, with observations ranging from an opening of 15 centimeters in diameter to 70 centimeters in diameter. The depth of the container has varied with no standard mean of equality to the relative diameter. The primary feature of SCP-101 is what appears to be a semi-humanoid mouth contained within the opening of the bag, with a mean standard of 31 centimeters of depth into the container, without more than 2 standard deviations of variance. Damn. Regardless of the apparent external depth of the container, the mouth consists of 32 teeth of an off-white hue, all of equal shape and size, consisting solely of incisors of approximately 10 centimeters in length. It has been observed, albeit not measured with accuracy, that within the mouth there is a tongue of indeterminate length, with observations ranging from 50 centimeters to 3.5 meters. Damn. You would not assume that with this picture. Also, it sounds like a mimic, not gonna lie. The mouth appears wet and spongy? Spongy? Spongy. However, all attempts at removal of possible fluids have resulted in failure with damage to the instruments and harm to the personnel. The current decision is that SCP-101 may be a part of a larger entity of extra-dimensional origin. SCP-101 is not externally mobile. However, internal movements within the container can affect minor movements of the exterior of the container that consists of SCP-101's covering. It is understood that due to the nature of the size improbabilities of the container and object within, the object is of extra-dimensional interaction of not origin. If not origin, what the hell? Okay then. Oh, that's right, it's military time. Yay, I'm right. I'm glad my guesstimation for the time is right. Thank you, Aaron, for explaining it to Andrew. Okay. SCP-101 has exhibited polymorphic abilities, as well as a low level of sentience. Sentience? Self-awareness? Oh my god. The photo on file depicts the item as it was discovered in 1979 in a remote area of the Cascade Mountains, in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. Found along with SCP-101 was the decayed remains of a human, clad in a weathered black suit, seated upon an also weathered parachute, missing the right arm up to the joint of the shoulder, which appeared to have bite marks through the remaining bones. Assumed to have been inflicted by SCP-101. Speculation as to the identity of this deceased individual has led researchers to the conclusion that this was one D.B. Cooper, remains removed for the purposes of concealing the existence of SCP-101. Oh wow. Right now for Hatter and military time, it's 15:26 p.m. Now 15:27. And now, because I'm reading it late, 15:28. For me, it's 17:28. Nice, nice. For me, it's 16:28 p.m. I'll be honest, when you're doing military time, I don't think you need to do AM and PM. Because, like, you know for a fact that 1200 would probably be, what's it called? Like, noon. So, anything after that would be the afternoon. So you don't have to say PM. At least I don't think so. Maybe I should ask my uncle, because he was, like, in the military. Where was I? Right here? Was it right after Cooper? I think so. SCP-101 has since changed appearance and shape with the apparent end of enticing a subject into reaching within the container. These appearances have ranged from money satchels, to deli boxes, to crispy that's evil, to Krispy Kreme containers, to candy bags, all of which have an external appearance that is indistinguishable from that of the real containers. It has been proposed by Dr. Blank that SCP-101 is semi-sentient in its attempts to lure subjects in. At the recommendation of Blank, SCP-101 is currently in use as a means of refuse disposal for Site-19. SCP-101 has not shown adverse reaction to having foreign matter introduced to it, including but not limited to paper products, sewage, cafeteria refuse, metals, polymers, oils, and other products which are not consumable by any known biological entity. Addendum 1. So far, SCP-101 has not exhibited any abnormal behaviors from the standards observed, nor has SCP-101 emitted any substances, either foreign, extra-dimensional, or abnormal. However, it is the concern of Dr. Blank that SCP-101 may produce an emission in the future. Addendum 2. Further examination under the direction of Dr. Blank has determined that SCP-101 is ideal for the disposal of hazardous waste and byproducts of other SCP-related projects. Dr. Blank is noted as being opposed to this measure. However, O5 Blank has given authorization for the project to continue. I give this like a 10 out of 10. That is very interesting. However, I take it back. I'm going to give it like a 9. The audacity to hide itself as a Krispy Kreme container or a candy bag, that is just evil. I can't believe they would do that. See, wasn't that fun? Yeah, it was. That was a good one to end it off on. Like, that was an actual interesting one. See, I like these. I like the ones that are, like, kind of short. Like, I get it, you know, they need detail. But damn, some of the other ones that I read, they're just a little too long. But this was cool. I enjoyed this one. Anyways, unfortunately for me and for you guys, I have to call it there for today. I hope you all have a good day, good evening, and good night. My name is Hatter, and I will see y'all next time. Bye bye!